back. My name is Triza Overcomer, and in case you missed part 1, kindly go back to the previous video. You're going to see more about forgiveness with Lucy, and so far so good. I have learned so much, and I'm hoping you who watched the first part with us, you have also taken home a thing or two. We thank God for that. I know we cannot wake up and start saying, I have forgiven you. You know, it is a process. And that is what I would like to hear from Lucy. So that, you know, I and you, who is somewhere held by, you know, unforgiving heart, let us know how to go about it. Let us hear from Lucy how to start. I know it is not a one-day thing. It will be a journey. So Lucy, welcome back.
Thank you.
And so far so good. I can say you're blessed. I am learning a lot. Some of the things I have never heard from anyone else. So I'm happy that God is using you to let me understand more about forgiveness. And as we continue, there's something I would like to hear from you. Now that we don't just wake up and say, I forgive you. Where do we start? And how do we start first? I know I got so many questions that I would like to ask you, and I'm sure our viewers here, they also would like to know how do we forgive. And before we go how to forgive, what is forgiveness? If you can take us back a little.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. When we started, I mentioned that forgiveness is a God idea. It is not a human idea. It is not a fleshly idea. All human beings are born with an Adamic nature.
Wow.
And that nature makes us prone to revenge. Yeah, when somebody does something wrong, we want to pay back. We want to, you know, to give back in the same measure.
Not it for that.
Exactly. That's how we call it.
Yeah.
So since forgiveness is a God thing, then it is done the godly way.
Wow. Okay.
And it is good to understand where forgiveness comes from. When God created man, he put him in the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
And man sinned, and man ended up being thrown out of the Garden of Eden.
True.
The enemy got a hold of man outside of the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
And since then, man has been perpetuating all forms of sin, all forms of wrongs.
Yeah.
And that is where all manner of hate and bitterness and strife is coming from.
Yeah.
Because we are all of an Adamic nature.
Yeah. Can't you tell us more on an Adamic nature?
Yes, we are all offsprings of Adam.
Okay,
yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
And his nature, which is that of sin,
yes,
in the Garden of Eden, we have, by virtue of being part of his lineage, taken it up.
Yes.
Any one of us, as long as you are born of man or woman, we have all sinned.
True. Because
because of the first sin that was committed in the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
So we have all sinned. Now, God loved us so much.
Yeah.
So much, especially in this season as we are going to commemorate the birth of Christ.
Yeah.
The reason why we are commemorating the birth of Christ is signifying the love that God has for his own children, for his own creation. He created us, we sinned, and we continued sinning, but in his mercy and love, he thought of the only way he would redeem us back to himself.
True.
And how did he go about it? He went about it through the birth of Christ. That there had to be one who would be born, who has not sinned, who would then take over our sin, and out of that we would be made whole again.
True.
You see, so God demonstrated the best way we can forgive. That while you and I were still sinners, while we were still fornicating with the devil himself, he came himself through his son, and the son had to die so that he could take over our sin. And by that we were forgiven. We were reconciled back to him. So he has already shown us the way in how we can forgive. And that is where every other person needs to understand. Forgiveness is not when somebody comes to you and says, I am sorry. It is just part of forgiveness. But forgiveness is when you, the aggrieved party, you who has been wronged, you who is hurt, you who really feels agitated, gets to a point where you now let go. You release, just like God released us from the wrong that we had done. It is when you who has been wronged now release the offender from the mistake that they have done unto you.
You release and you forget.
Let me be very honest with you.
Yes.
Forgiveness is actually a gift to the offended party. It is not for the offender. No.
It is for
the offended party. Because for as long as you're still holding things in your heart, for as long as you're still having all this bitterness, you know, all this, and it can be so heavy until your entire life is just grounded. Because you are so bitter. Living a life where you are held back. And I have been there myself. You know, where you feel you have been aggrieved, you have been hurt. When you see the person who has offended you, you choose to walk another direction. When you see your offender, you're like, you cannot. You know, there's nothing. You don't want to be part and parcel of their life. Now that is not a way any human being should live. It is a snare. Actually, it is a trap that the enemy has put in our lives. So that instead of, you know, we feel justified because so and so did you wrong, you feel justified that you are right to hate them, to get annoyed with them, to do them wrong, you know, even to seek revenge. You are only dancing to the devil's tune when you do that. But the moment you get to the realization that this is, it is never about that other person who did you wrong. It's about you. It's about you who has been trapped. The person who offended you was only used as a conduit, as a vessel to trap you, so that your life is not moving to the next level.
I'm learning.
So if you release this person, the moment you get to that point where you release this person, as God did, you find freedom. When you let go, the way God did, the person who has wronged you is supposed to bring out some good nature in you. And that good nature is when you let go. When you forgive them, when you see them just as human as you are, when you recognize that even you have made so many wrongs, and it is true.
That is true.
Nobody can say that they are so righteous that they have not done any wrong. But yet, when we wake up every day in the morning, we see that the sun rises and it shines on all of us. It doesn't shine on the ones who are doing good and not on the ones who are not doing good. When it rains, it is the same. So God has loved all of us irrespective of the wrongs that we have done. So then, which is this way that we can also show really that we love? it is only by letting go, by forgiving, by releasing people from our hearts.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
Releasing them. Because it is very clear that vengeance is never yours. You know, revenge is God's. It is God's place. If He chose to forgive all of us with the many wrongs that we have done.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that is the point we always miss.
Yeah.
We always miss the point that all of us have wrong.
Oh yeah.
All of us. Yeah?
Yeah.
All of us have done something wrong in our lives.
That is true.
But despite our many wrongs, God has not stopped giving us life every other day.
Yeah.
He has not stopped shining the sun upon us. He has not stopped, you know, giving us so many favors.
Yeah.
And if He has been that kind to us, sincerely, can't we also be like Him? Can't we also be God-natured and extend the same release to the people who have offended us?
Wow.
You know, the moment you do that, you have given yourself a gift. Like God gave Himself His own creation back. He gave Himself the chance for us to align back with Him. And because of that, we are now able to pray. When we pray directly to God. We don't have anything that is separating us.
Yes.
Because God has already made a way for us to link back to Him. Yeah. So the process or the way we go about forgiveness is in recognizing that this is a gift I'm giving myself.
Yes.
I remove all the bitterness. I remove all the anger. I remove everything that is working in me against this person who has offended me. And I give a release for love. You see. Now once I have done that, then I give room to God to start working through my empty soul.
Wow.
Yeah, because there is no way God is going to work in my soul if it is full of hatred, full of anger, full of, you know, bitterness. It can't work. But when I'm empty, when there is room for God to fill His Spirit in me, and then I am now in a position to become a vessel of change to this person who has done me wrong. Because see, when somebody has done you wrong, then they really know that they have done you wrong.
Yes.
But you treat them right. Yeah? You are the same person who is going out of your way for them. You are the same person who is loving them. You are the same person who, when they are in trouble, you go out and help them. This person, because they are just a vessel being used by the enemy, they will start seeing something else differently. And through that forgiveness, the gift that you are giving yourself, you will be able to extend the same gift to this person. That in a way, they will start seeing something differently. And they will learn from you that really, it was never worth it in the first place. Yes.
I'm learning. My people, I hope you're also learning. Well, it has been the hardest part of my life to let go. But I think I feel like I'm starting a new journey, you know, to forgive and help me God to start forget. That has been the hardest part of me. I do forgive. I easily forgive, but forgetting, I don't know. But I know because God knows how much I need this, I'm sure it shall come to pass.
By all means.
Yes, it will. It will.
I like one thing that God knows us.
Yes.
And He created us Himself in a very unique way, each one of us.
Yes.
And He knows our weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the day you get to the point where you let go, and you become a free vessel.
Yes.
You'll be so surprised of how light you become.
Yeah, that one I know. My only problem is forgetting. I let go easily because, as I said earlier, I don't have a big heart to pull the grudge. No, I don't have a big heart. So if I feel like something is going to, you know, to make me feel bad, to make me a slave, I just let go. Yeah, I'm so good in that. But forgetting, I will let go. But the moment I see this person again, I have some not so good memories. Yeah, but with time, I know I'm going to change. Yes, this one I promise you. I'm going to change.
I pray you get there.
I will.
It's a great, great, great feeling.
Yes.
To eventually sit down with that person that did you wrong and
Oh
be together, laugh with them, hug them, actually love them, actually pray for them. By the way, one of the ways to really know that you have forgiven somebody is when you meet them and you don't feel any more pain inside of you.
Oh.
Then you know for sure you are no longer holding anything against them. But when you still see this person and you still have issues, you know, you still feel like seriously, then you know that there's something you're still holding
no, back. What do I do? My only problem is if they wrong me, because there are those people who were close people, close friends, close relatives, very close, and they betrayed me. You know, I let go. I already did, but I cannot sit with them doing what. You know what I feel. I don't know how to take this. I don't hate them. I it no longer bothers me whatever they did to me, but I cannot afford to sit down with such people because they definitely do this again. But I don't hate them. I don't have any bad blood with these people, but I don't want to be with them again. I don't want to go back there again, but I don't hate them. Maybe I'll say hi to them, maybe, and not all of them. But you know, going back to where we used to be, I don't know.
I'll tell you sincerely.
Yes.
I think I'd rather be very pragmatic with you on that one, so that it can help you. It can help anyone who is listening out there.
Yes.
That you may not necessarily want to do things with those people and maybe live among them or something like that. But there's something which is very pregnant here.
Yes.
That forgiveness is something that is supposed to be ongoing.
Yes.
It is supposed to never stop.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the only way you know you have honestly forgiven somebody and you have moved past the pain and the hurt and the anger that you went through is when you can find it within you to live even among them and do them right, love them. Yes, love them when it's the last thing that you should do, care for them if they are in trouble. That is how you know you have moved past that. Now I'm not saying, because there's some places maybe where you definitely want to maybe never go back, but I want to give you a case, for example. A husband and a wife who one has done the other a very wrong thing. You are staying in one home, and you are saying you know somebody did something wrong. You see, like the way you're putting it, that you don't want to even be with them. You see, how would a husband and a wife who say that they have forgiven each other, for example, or how would a mother and a daughter who say that they have forgiven each other never want to sit together, eat together? How? You know, so forgiveness is incomplete. It is incomplete if we cannot get to a point where we relate. There are contexts where living your own life and having forgiven people and all that and not being with them makes sense. Maybe, you know, but where you have no option and living together is part of your life, like a mother and a child, or a father and a child, husband and wife, relationships that must continue coexisting. We cannot say we have really completed the process of forgiveness when we cannot eat together, when we cannot talk together, when we cannot move past the pain and the hurt. So, like I said, the easiest way, which is as far as human nature is concerned, you know, it is really dealing with our carnal nature, our flesh. When you go past your pride, your self image, and you say, I forgive you, I let go of the wrong that you did.
Yes.
When you can go even in prayer and the person that you're praying for is this person that did you wrong. When you say, God bless them, take care of them, be unto them like you be unto me, you know, that you know you have moved past that anger and bitterness. But until you get to that point, there is something that is still holding you back. And that is still holding you back is called your flesh.
Yes.
Your flesh, like I said, offense is a trap that the enemy wants to use. They will use anybody who is near you. They'll use your child. They'll use your spouse. They'll use your mother. Anybody, your colleague at work.
That is true.
Even when maybe you are just walking on the road, your neighbor. So offense is a trap that the enemy is going to use against you for you to react in anger and move to the next level. You know, we are allowed to be angry because that is human nature. We will get annoyed with people's actions or people's inactions.
True.
But let not your anger drive you to the next levels of where you are now so bitter, where you now hate, where you know you think the worst of this other person. Instead, look for a way to release. Look for a way where you acknowledge that indeed I have been wronged. Honestly, this person has done me something wrong, but I'm a child of God. I know where God has brought me from. When I think about myself and the wrongs that I have done as a person, there are so many and they are great, but God has been so faithful and so loving and merciful, has forgiven me. Then why should I hold this other person? You let go. You forgive them. You pray for them. You wish them well. You want the best for them. It is in doing that you relieve them of the burden that they will be carrying, and in essence you now help them walk on this journey of life.
There's something we call self-care. And I think that's what I've been taking. When I don't take these people back, I feel like, for me, I term it as self-care. Because they did something to me, I will forgive them. But I don't want to take them back, because I don't want to go back there to where we came from. I don't want them to come and betray me again. So my way of disconnecting myself from these people, I don't mean bad. All I want is to be not so close to these people. I want to be, not a person they used to know. We meet, we say hi, but we cannot go beyond high thing. What about that?
Wow. I'll tell you this. What will go wrong will go wrong. Whether you like it or you don't, we are all human, and we live on earth where people will do you wrong.
Of course, every day, every now and then.
There's a part where Christ is being asked, like, how many times you're supposed to forgive somebody? You see, if you live in fear that people will do you wrong, you're living a life of, you're not living a real life. Because as long as you are on earth here, people will do you wrong. It is natural that somebody will do something that will not work with you. But now, this is where the difference is. Let what people do not hurt you, not disturb you, because people will always do wrong things. You need to get to a point where now you get to bear, you forbear. You let them go. By you continuously forgiving them and loving them and showing concern and care, you teach them not to do wrong. But when you run away from them and shun them, then you're really giving room to the enemy to continue perpetuating wrong things through them. But if they see that seriously, this person that I did wrong to, is the same person who can even come and hug me. You know, you are teaching them something. You are teaching them love. You are teaching them to love as Christ did love. You are teaching them that they don't have to be what they are. They can be something else. And as you do that, it's a process. I'm not saying it's something that's going to happen like today and tomorrow it's gone. No. It is a process. And as you do that, and of course God helping all of us, it is very possible to come over all of these things, and that you find these people grow out of their offense, and they become people who are also extending the same godly naturedness to others as well. And by the way, what is God really looking for? God is looking for all of his creation to go back to him. So how are we expecting that these people who we are running away from, we are running away from because they did us wrong, and we are still expecting that they are going to do us wrong if we move near them? How are we expecting them to change? The only way that they are going to change is if they see in us change, and very positive change, that will show them that now really you cannot continue in the same way. Let's work on this journey where we can love one another genuinely. We can do each other good. Evil is destroyed by good, but not evil with evil.
I have two Bible verses to support whatever I do and how I take things. There is this one verse that says, if your hand will make you miss the kingdom of God, you cut it. There's such a verse. So I feel like, if these people will make me miss heaven, I just do away with them.
I don't know how to put this to you, sincerely speaking. I think the context of if your hand or your eye or your leg will make you sin is in your own individual context. For example, when you're talking about the hands, there are things that you would do with your hands. That if you are doing something that you know, my hands, I do this thing and they lead me into sin. If my eyes, for example, like people who love to watch, let's say, like pornography or things like that. So your eyes, if their eyes are going to make you sin, that is the context of that.
So it doesn't apply to this?
No. Let me be very honest
with you. Doing away with these people who will make you...
Let me be very honest with you. This is the context that talks about other people. It's like this. When you look at Christ and the woman who had been caught with adultery, when she was taken to Christ and everybody was paying for her blood, Christ asked them if there be one, even one among them who had not sinned, that they should be the first one to pick up the stone and throw it at her. And not a single one of them did that.
That is true.
A confirmation that all of us, we have gone wrong. We have gone wrong. So if you want to know that you can be a good example to somebody who is in the wrong, then love them. Show concern to them. Be the reason why they would want to know what kind of person you are, that you are able to treat them well when they have treated you badly. When you do that, then you are giving room for the kingdom of God to do what? To grow. God has created all of us and we have all gone wrong. Christ has been given for us so that we all go back. But not everybody has gone back. It's going to take you and me and many others making a decision to love those who we should not even love. Walk among them, eat with them. There is no harm, because your protection is not from a human being. Your protection is from God. It doesn't matter how many times people will want to betray you. God is preparing you to have this thick skin around you, that even when they do you wrong, you flourish. It doesn't harm you.
That is true.
Have you seen a case where people have treated somebody so badly, but this person has done them so much good, and instead of the person who was treated badly coming out to look like they are the ones who are lost and they don't know where to go. They're the ones who are shielding the same people who were treating this person badly. So believe you me, whoever has hurt you has only given you an opportunity to become a better person. Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, they only give you an opportunity to become a better person,
Yes.
to love more,
Yes.
yes, to show concern.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people are offending you, it is more of whatever is happening inside of them sometimes. Yeah, people wrong others because of their personal issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes. And so if you also join in and show them this test and hate, you are really adding to the burden that they have.
That is true.
Yeah. So sometimes loving them back, you are removing from them something that they would have forever held on that would not have been helpful to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow, good people. I hope we are learning together. It is a wide topic. We cannot even finish it today. And I'm sure, Lucy, you will come back again with more. We need to hear more about forgiveness. Kindly let us know what you think. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to type down there. If you're there and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, this one is just an introduction of what is here to come. We are going to learn more. And of course, if you're there and you feel like you're so down and you'd like someone to talk to, we have Lucy here. She does one-on-one, counseling. If you feel like whatever you have is just too much, you can talk to her anytime. Just reach out to me and I will let you know how to reach out to Lucy.
Thank you so much.
I should be the one to thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for your wisdom. May God increase you. May you continue helping so many, because I know we have so many slaves of sin, we got so many slaves of bitterness, of pain, of anger, and most unforgiving hearts. I have learned, and we are going to learn this together. I know it will be a journey, and I'm happy to have you, because I have started healing already, and I am happy. Yeah, so God bless you, Lucy, and we will continue doing this so many times for the sake of God's people and for God's glory.
Indeed.
May God bless you.
God bless you too.
What's your final word as we conclude our show?
All right. Good people know that there are many people who are hurting out here. Many people who have been burdened with a lot of pain, a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness. I know that somebody could have talked terribly about you.
Yeah.
I know that somebody could have rejected you. I know that some of you are going through circumstances that when you look at and you wonder, really, do I even continue living on this earth? Or you have reached that point where you are going around and you are plotting one form of revenge and one form of counter action, and you really come up with even a group, real resources that you have used to put an action plan in place where you want to show whoever has hurt you that you are made of something. I want to ask you in the name of God, it costs you nothing to give yourself a gift. Love yourself enough to remove all the anger, hatred, pain, hurt that you're holding in your heart rent free, and let your heart be filled with love. Find it within yourself to let go of the many people who have done you wrong, and consider this a gift to yourself, that you will live a free and a rewarded life. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Lucy. Wow, that's a beautiful word. That's a great and strong message. My good people, don't be left out. Let us not hold back. Let us continue, or let us start loving ourselves. Not for the other person, but for ourselves. Thank you so much. May God bless you, and may God increase you. Until next time, my name is Triza Overcomer. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.